about to be going home potentially.
Who?
Your boy Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez.
How's that for a transition?
I didn't even know he was Canadian. I guess I kind of was like closer with Drake early in his career.
Yeah.
But like I didn't even know he was Canadian. But yeah, Tory Lanez found guilty. 3 charges, you said?
3 charges.
What were they?
The biggest one was aggravated assault with a firearm.
Damn.
There was another one that was discharge of a semi-automatic weapon from a vehicle, which apparently it's illegal to just discharge a weapon from a vehicle.
That makes sense.
In the
VDM, vehicle deathmatch.
The gun was also the gun I believe was also not I know it wasn't registered. I think they may have like scratched the serial number off of it.
Stupid.
Yeah, the exact charges are assault with a semi-automatic firearm, carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and then discharge of a firearm with gross negligence.
Dumb. I mean, the real thing being, man, like, just stupid. And I've heard all kinds of stories about Tory Lanez being this little midget who's just hopped up on cocaine all the time. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like this only confirms the stories. Because, like, what are you doing? Like, this just sounds so dumb on Tory's part.
The description of the testimony that Meg Thee Stallion gave of her getting out of the car, and then Tory gets out of the car and starts yelling at her and just says, "Dance, bitch," as he shoots at her feet.
Dance,
That's like some Scarface shit. Yeah. He's the Canadian black Scarface.
Oh my God.
Did you see him when he was at Lala a couple years ago? Were you there with me?
No, I don't think I was at the Tory show.
He played at the Grove where we saw Macklemore.
True.
And he was actually really good. It was an early show, like very, very early in the day. But my man came out into the crowd and climbed that fucking light pole that's in the middle of the stage, or the middle of like the crowd.
Yeah.
And climbs all the way up to the top of the light pole and just performs an entire song hanging onto it like a fucking rock climber.
That's wild. Good for him. I'm glad he didn't.
It was
slip.
a dope show, but the whole time he's like, "I'm a real fucking artist. I'm out here with y'all in the crowd. I'm a real fucking artist." I'm like, "All right, bro. That's cool."
You okay? It sounds like he was up off the shit, bro. So this is just Tory Lanez's vibe. You know what I mean? He's just up off it all the time, doing too much.
He's off the sauce, doing too much.
Who was it that somebody called him a hamster though? And they said, yeah, that hamster was smoking blunts laced with cocaine, and he was coming at me crazy. That's just so funny to me, man. I hope Tory doesn't. I mean, I wish jail upon no one. You know what I mean? I hope he doesn't. Well, okay. So, do we know what could happen? So he could get
he's
extradited, not extradited.
So he could get deported to Canada. That's a possibility.
Like, would he face charges in Canada? Do you think?
I don't know. I don't think so, because if you think back to the Heather Mack stuff.
Fact. We love a Heather Mack tie-in.
A little behind the scenes, I thought we had a Heather Mack story. We did not. It was somebody from Selling Sunset that is awesome.
Just start doing a Heather Mack. For those who don't know, Heather Mack is someone who went to our high school, killed her mother in Bali, Indonesia.
Stuffed her in a suitcase.
Tried to get away with it, got caught, got locked up in Bali, was pregnant at the time.
She got locked up for she was in prison for less than 6 years.
Yeah, for murdering her mother, for real. Yeah, and
then
she came back to the U.S. and then got immediately...
Prison in Indonesia sounds like chill as fuck.
It did sound pretty chill, but no Heather Mack story for this week. But I'm saying we should just do like a Mac update, you know what I mean?
Well, the Mac update? So and this ties back into the Tory Lanez, because she was convicted of the murder and everything in Indonesia.
Exactly.
And when she was released and she came back to the States, she was immediately arrested at the gate getting off of the plane in the U.S. And in the U.S., they're charging her with conspiracy and like the premeditative aspects of it, because they made this whole plot in the U.S. and then committed the crime illegally. Yeah. So I don't think if he gets deported, like that's it, and he's probably just not allowed in the country for a certain time period, which honestly, if that's the case, that's worse for him career-wise than doing prison.
Yeah, true.
If he
just
can't tour in the U.S., that's the biggest music market in the world.
Yeah, facts. That sucks. You know what I mean? He's just gonna have to become huge in like China. To do the John Cena route. You see the been chilling. Da 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 da. He's promoting ice cream in China. John Cena.
No, I could see him probably get it, like, 22 years is like a lot to.
But he also had some
hear.
kind of previous conviction, right?
I think what's really gonna, if he has a felony conviction or something, then
If he has a felony,
I doubt he has a felony conviction.
because that would have been a charge.
He wouldn't be allowed, like, basically in the U.S. If you commit a felony in the U.S. and you're not a citizen, they're basically like, peace.
Word.
Never come back.
Okay, I didn't know that. Turn on.
So, well, I'm assuming that because I know if you have a felony charge in the U.S., you're not allowed into.
Okay.
So I know that. So I'm assuming that that's like the same type of thing. Because
Yeah.
if you
We let the Canadian felons in.
if you
but they
come
don't-
into the country and you like commit a felony in the country, we're probably not gonna like let you back into the country. It's
Don't
like if
come
you have
back, guy.
If you have a party and you invite some people over and some dude like, you know, punches a bunch of holes in the wall and breaks a window and like fucks your place up, you're not gonna invite him to the next party.
Yeah, it doesn't sound.
It's not the way it works.
He's not a good guy, man. Party foul. Yeah. Well, I mean, definitely apologies on behalf of all men who were hating on Meg Thee Stallion. Who Meg Thee Stallion?
I don't know why anybody would hate on Meg Thee Stallion for any of this.
I think people. Well, first of all, there was the aspect where some people were saying she lied. So some people were saying that she wasn't shot in the foot at all. She stepped on glass, and yeah, that was a whole thing.
That's some bullshit.
Okay, yeah. But people will like find any reason to just say that somebody's lying. You know
It's
what I
true.
mean? It's
It's
crazy. But that was one of the things, at least. I don't know. Really, I mean, other people probably just hate women or something like that. But
I think people just don't like Meg Thee Stallion because she's one of.
fact. I think people
that's
just
a big
don't
fact.
like Meg Thee Stallion because G-Eazy hit.
Yeah, that's what you're talking. You were listing like her laundry list of like subpar average rappers that she's hooked up with or dated.
I'm saying.
Just average dudes in general. Like G-Eazy's list is more outrageous than Pete Davidson's because Pete Davidson is at least like funny and you get the.
But
the,
G-Eazy's
like,
got the leather jacket, like suave, cool guy.
I don't think he has any of that in reality. Like, I think that's just like an act.
His name is Gerald. Like, I don't.
Yeah, his name is Gerald.
Gerald.
Like, come on, man. How cool can you be as a white rapper when your name is Gerald?
Moneybag Yo was
Moneybagg
was
Yo.
with Meg Thee Stallion at some time. There are a couple other names on here I don't know. Michael Beasley, for those who know Michael Beasley.
Michael Beasley, what a flop.
That's an interesting one. Tory Lanez, G-Eazy. Trey Songz was on the list. Trey Songz is a W for Meg. I'm not gonna lie. Moneybagg Yo is absolutely butt ugly. But yeah, regardless.
That's on the side.
No, apologies to Megan because I feel like she went through a traumatic event.
Yeah.
With a person who she considered a friend at one point. Because like her and Tory used to post all those pictures together and stuff.
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. If we were chilling and we're like hanging out and all of a sudden you like shoot me in the foot, we're not friends anymore. Like, it's cut and dry.
I mean, it depends. You know, I
It
think
depends
that
on the
depends.
situation.
I think it depends.
Like, I mean,
If it was this situation where I'm
this
going to his
situation,
bitch,
if you shoot me in the foot, we're not friends anymore. I'm sorry, but it's like it's done.
that does seem like it's pretty cut and dry.
Unless there's a catch. Unless I get to shoot you in the foot.
I had a feeling. I mean, I'm kind of down. That's probably not so bad. Right? Like, I don't know. As long as you're not hitting me with like a hollow point in the foot, it just blows my foot up.
My mom broke her foot. That set her back for like 3 years.
Bro, it's real. Like, foot
She
and
was, on
leg
a,
injuries
she
are
was
not.
on a scooter for like 6 months.
Oh,
One of those little knee scooters, just poop, poop.
if you really
putt
can't
around.
put weight on it, you can't put weight on it. It's trash, yeah. Well,
It's tragic.
Yeah, what's
What do we think the bid's gonna be? I
For
think
Tory
he
Lanez?
yeah, I think there's because that's the other thing is he went to trial and he pled non guilty upon all charges.
So you're saying
So
that he
he
could get deported after his prison sentence?
I don't know how the legal system works. I think if they're going to deport you, they'll just like deport you and be like, nah, get the fuck out of here. Because think about the Brittany Griner thing. If we were gonna deport that arms dealer, we would just like, all right, we don't want to deal with you. Bye. But we're gonna lock him up because we don't want him out there doing all this other.
Okay, yeah, so we would lock Tory Lanez up and then deport him. No, but like, because the Russian guy was in jail in the U.S. So like, in theory, Tory Lanez would be in jail in the U.S. until he serves out his sentence or is exchanged for someone who's in Canada, like Jim Carrey or something.
Who are we exchanging with Justin Trudeau for Tory Lanez, bro?
There aren't many Canadians that have done bad things. There aren't many U.S. people that have done bad things in Canada.
That's because Canada is way chiller. Like, you can smoke weed, you can go to the doctor with a broken arm, and they fix it for free.
I definitely can't think of anybody who.
There's that one Chinese chick that this isn't a U.S. citizen. I'm just thinking of I was trying to think of like political prisoners or prisoners in general that Canada has that are big names.
Facts.
And there was a Chinese woman who was an executive, like either at Huawei or like one of those big state-owned companies.
Yeah, facts.
And they were basically like keeping her on like conspiracy and espionage charges.
Facts.
And China was not happy about it. But that's the only prisoner I've ever heard Canada got this person locked.
Yeah, I don't think Canada really has a lot of bargaining power as it comes to
Tory Lanez
prisoner exchange.
I think Tory Lanez either like just gets bounced and he gets sent back to Canada, but I also think for him to be deported, Trudeau's got to step in and be like, hey, why don't you just send our man home? And I don't think Justin Trudeau is like stepping up for Tory Lanez.
Yeah, I think Tory Lanez would go to jail in the United States.
I think he gets a prison sentence. I don't think it's gonna be 22 years.
I don't think it's gonna be 22 years.
I think he.
But he did fucking pleaded not guilty.
If your maximum sentence is 22 years, I think he could. That's a 22 max.
No, 10 years sounds like
10 years is.
But if you get 10 years, right, then you're probably out in what, 5
or 6.
6 years, bro. Still going to jail for 1 year. Going to jail for anything more than I'd say probably 3 months.
He'd probably go into prison in LA because that's where he was tried.
That's fucking garbage. That sounds terrible.
LA County.
I would go to a prison for 3 months if I didn't have to interact with other people. If it was like super max prison, right? I don't care. I will stay in a box and do push-ups for 3 months. I can do longer than that, no chance. I'm going crazy instantly. As soon as that 3rd month and 1 day hits, I'm smearing poop on the walls and shit.
No,
you know what I mean?
I can't do that. But then they're just gonna leave you in that same box in a straitjacket.
What I'm gonna do, man? I got 6 years in here. From one guy who's definitely going to jail for some amount of time.